It's 104.9 Coyote Country. Good morning, Robert Miguel here with you, celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Now, we've been doing a lot of cool stuff. We've talked to the guys at the Alamo, the San Antonio Missions. We've had mariachis in the studio. We've celebrated with tequila live on the air, and serious business when it comes to Hispanic Heritage Month. But we also like to have some serious fun. And with me, funny man on the phone, checking in from sunny California. You might know him from Jamie Foxx on Comedy Central, Latin Kings of Comedy Tour with Paul Rodriguez, BET's Comic View, Que Locos, and the 2010 season of Martin Lawrence's First Amendment stand-up. Let's give it up for Dennis Gaxiola! How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing out there in Texas?
We are great down here in Uvalde, Texas, Southwest Texas, just out of San Antonio. Of course, you're in California, and where exactly are you in sunny Cali?
I'm in the Bay Area, just about 20 minutes from San Francisco.
Very good, man. Well, it's a really honor and a pleasure to speak to you. I'm a fan. I've seen you a couple of times, your live shows. You have an extensive, impressive resume as a stand-up comedian. So we're really, really honored that you're taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk to us, especially as it's Hispanic Heritage Month, and you, sir, are one of the more popular Latin stand-up comics.
Yeah, I'm proud to be Latino, and I'm proud to represent us wherever I go. Going to places where they're not used to us and making them laugh and showing we're just regular people, bro.
That's right. Well, let's talk a little bit about your background. Where were you born? What do you call home? And how was your experience growing up as a Latino?
I grew up in Berkeley, California, so it's a big multicultural community, and I grew up in a bilingual Latin American Assemblies of God church. My grandfather was the pastor, so we blended right in with everybody because Berkeley is a melting pot. So, in the Bay Area, you've got a little bit of everything out here. So, it's never been an issue. And then I was in the Air Force, and that's where I faced some challenges where you meet people that had never dealt with minorities. So that was always a challenge dealing with ignorant people.
Amen to that. Same with me. I mean, I do radio, but you can't tell that I'm brown. You know what I mean, on your radio. So I'd occasionally get really weird racist emails. People, I guess, assuming I'm white. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. You don't know who you're talking to. But, of course, and we pull from these life experiences as well. So what got you into stand-up comedy, man? What steered you in that direction?
Literally a dare when I was in the Air Force. A friend of mine, he won the base talent show, and he dared me to, I told him I was funnier than him. We were in a class together, and then he dared me to go on stage, and once I got that in my blood, I couldn't shake it. So I've been doing stand-up for almost 25 years now.
Man, that's amazing. You've done some really great work on TV. What's been one of your highlights so far?
One of the highlights, probably the Apollo Theater, because I shot when this was 99, 98 time frame. I was there with Gabriel Iglesias and another comedian who I won't mention, but the other guy got booed off the stage the night before me. And so to pull off a standing ovation at the Apollo was, pretty incredible. And then doing the Latin Kings of Comedy Tour with Paul Rodriguez, did that for 2 years. We still do dates now and then when we go out with the Latin Kings. That's always been a big honor. And then doing the Fluffy Tour for a few months last year, that's, going out with Gabriel was really cool.
Well, man, you mentioned Paul Rodriguez. I think it's safe to say that he is one of the pioneers as far as Latino comics go. Are there any specific, Latino comedians or, I guess, entertainers that influenced you over the years or someone you look forward to? Or, I'm sorry, that you look up to?
Paul, definitely, and then to become friends with him and then find out we're distant relatives. Wow. We were on tour and we were talking one day about a shared experience, and I was like, that's my cousin. And then found out that his mom was related, was pretty cool. So Paul, and then I cheer on all the Latino comics. I'm proud of everybody that's opening doors. If you're for us, I'm for you. That's the way I look at it.
Paul Rodriguez, didn't he have that really short-lived TV show, a.k.a. Pablo? That was him, right?
Yes, that was Paul.
Are you old enough to remember that show?
Yes, I am.
Give me your 2 cents on that bad boy.
They didn't give it enough time to grow.
Yeah.
They were, some of the sitcoms, you got to let the cast grow together, and they just didn't give that show enough time. Paul, I think Paul, he'll probably be more loved when he leaves us, and when people just kind of taken him for granted all these years. But I think he's an iconic comedian for us because he has never changed gears. He's proud to be Latino, no matter what. I think over 50 movie appearances. So we're working on a project ourselves together for a movie right now called American Mijo, and that'll be coming out hopefully summer of next year. So things are going good, man.
Well, that's very, very cool, man. I mean, yeah, I feel the same way. You know, Paul Rodriguez, he was definitely a pioneer. That show, I was pretty young when it came out, but I remember being a little Latino kid, a little Hispanic guy in Southwest Texas, and then that show came on, and I remember how proud and excited I was that there was kind of a brown family on TV, because outside of like Chico and the Man, there wasn't really kind of any kind of Latin flavor, or maybe Ricardo Montalban, the plan boss. But we didn't get to see much brown, you know what I mean, on the TV. Do you feel like that Latinos are well represented now in the media, in entertainment, movies and TV, or do you think we still have somewhere to go?
We're still grossly underrepresented.
Yeah.
So that's where Hollywood is starting to wake up right now and go, wait a minute. When they saw that Coco was, a cartoon could do 400 million worldwide in the first, I think, month, just blew them away that a Latino-themed cartoon could go mainstream. So they're seeing that our culture is not that far off from mainstream culture anymore, and I think the best days for us in the entertainment world are coming.
Now, another thing I wanted to touch on, for those who know you well and have seen your act, you're pretty upfront about the fact that you are a man of faith. Some would even call you a Christian comic. Give us some information about that part of your act.
Well, I'm a comedian that happens to be a Christian.
Right.
So I love doing Christian events, and I didn't always perform strictly Christian, and I still don't, but I grew up comedy-wise. I earned my stripes in the comedy clubs. So when I am doing the Christian events nowadays, I bring a level of experience and expertise that some of the other church comics, quote unquote church comics, don't have. Mm-hmm. So I pride myself in being able to work clean and still be edgy and funny. And then when given the opportunity, I share my faith. And then more importantly, I try to live my faith.
Well, very good, man. Well, from what I've seen of you, you are a fine witness for God above, and we do appreciate what you do, and you are an absolutely funny man. Where can we find more about you online? You got some social medias, website, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Comedian Dennis, because the last name, I still have trouble spelling it after all these years. So I just go Comedian Dennis on Facebook, on Twitter. My website is comediandennis.net. Someone stole org from me, so I got net. But yeah, it's pretty easy to find. I'm pretty much everywhere right now. I just had a video released 4 o'clock West Coast time. Today will be 1 week, and we're approaching like 9.5 million views. It's went viral, so it's pretty cool. Been getting bookings all across the country. So things are going good, Roman. I really appreciate you reaching out to me, and hopefully we can come out in that area and do something together.
Absolutely, man. We would love to have you out there, and everybody needs to get online. Find him on YouTube. Go to the website again. That's comediandennis.net, and just check out all your funny stuff, man. You are a riot, and also, clean and safe for the whole family as well, too. So, again, let's give it up to world-renowned Latino comedian, Mr. Dennis Gaxiola. Thank you so much for checking in, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
Real Country with Robert Miguel.
Coyote Country.
104.9.